there will be no official invitation for Ukraine to join NATO at the Vilnius summit, Jens Stoltenberg said during negotiations with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Instead, the allies agree on other steps. According to the NATO Secretary General, this is a long-term assistance package that will bring Ukraine in the line with NATO standards in a few years. The bloc also intends to intensify political ties between Kyiv and the alliance. We are talking about an expanded format of cooperation.
What we are discussing is how to move Ukraine closer to NATO, and there are ongoing consultations, and I'm not in a position to preempt the outcome of those consultations. Allies will address Ukraine's membership aspirations. Allies are working on a multi-year package of assistance for Ukraine. We are also working to establish a new NATO-Ukraine Council to jointly consult on security issues of mutual concern. The decisions we will take in Vilnius will bring Ukraine closer to NATO.
At the same time, NATO does not allow the end of the war against Ukraine on Russia's terms. In the meantime, the countries of the alliance are agreeing on measures to ensure the security of Ukraine so that Russia cannot rearm and attack again.
Last year, President Putin sent hundreds of thousands of troops into Ukraine, causing death and destruction. Ukraine has the right to liberate its own land, and a counteroffensive is now underway. The more land the Ukrainians are able to liberate, the stronger their hand will eventually be at the negotiating table. We all want this war to end, but a just peace cannot mean freezing the conflict and accepting a deal dictated by Russia.
The largest ever NATO aviation deployment exercise, Air Defender 2023, will begin in Germany this week. According to the Secretary General of the Alliance, Germany plays an important role both in supporting Ukraine and in the overall defense of the North Atlantic Alliance. In particular, the Bundeswehr accepted an unprecedented $10 billion military aid package for Ukraine last month. In addition, Berlin intends to send thousands of its troops to reinforce the eastern flank of NATO.
We took all the necessary preparations for us to reach the 2% goal. We do this with the federal budget, but also by using the special fund. I assume once all countries in Europe have achieved this and all members in the Transatlantic Alliance, this will lead to a tremendous increase in our defense capabilities. I mean, it's a massive increase in defense spending. And if you look at all the many other countries and factor this in, countries that also need to increase their spending for them to reach the 2% objective, then if you add all of this up, this will result in a massive increase of defense capabilities for NATO.
Weeks before the Vilnius summit, Western allies are still divided on the security guarantees Ukraine is asking for, according to the American publication Politico. Earlier, the Secretary General of NATO held talks with the leaders of the countries of the bloc to coordinate positions, and he also took part in the meeting of ministers of defense departments, including with the participation of Ukraine. According to Stoltenberg, the final result will be known at the end of the July summit. At the same time, the alliance hopes to meet together with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Vilnius. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Христина Домбровська, UATV News.